Well, hey everybody, I'm John Ritlin. This is my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Destruction in Beppu and Destruction in Kagoshima shows. I want to say I do apologize for not reviewing any of the Road 2 shows. Unfortunately, I need a bit of a break and I've been working a whole lot, so I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get to anything except the main Destruction shows here. But I hope you guys do enjoy these reviews. And yes, the reason it's a dual review is I have a lot of work on my plate, and unfortunately, I was only able to do a dual review right here. So, I have to be at work pretty soon, so I am going to run through the undercard pretty quickly. But some pretty cool video packages to start off the Beppu show where they highlight, all the stuff that's going to happen on that card and then the other two cards. And I will also have a review up of the 22nd show, Destruction in Kobe, which looks to be pretty fun. Kevin Kelly, Gino Gambino on commentary for both these shows. And Young Lions Cup action for the first two matches, Carl Fredericks and Yota Tsuji. Pretty decent match here with a good strength battle. Nice leg focus by Yota, and some good shoulder focus because Carl's been nursing a shoulder injury. But in the end, single leg Boston Crab out of nowhere taps Yota Tsuji. Pretty good match for what it was. Carl is at 8 points and Yota Tsuji is at 2 points. And then we have Alex Coughlin and Shota Umino in another Young Lions Cup match. Shota at 6 and Alex at 4 to start this off. And Shota seems much more focused, especially since teaming with Jon Moxley. Alex with some good groundwork and very heavy chops. So that was some good shit right there. Shota does come back. Fisherman suplex, Fisherman's Buster, suplex, 1, 2, 3. So Shota at 8, Alex at 4. And then we get Clark Connors, Michael Richards, no, not the Seinfeld guy, Toa Henare, and Nakanishi versus Ren Narita, Yuya Uemura, Taguchi, and Yuji Nagata. Young Lions get some time to shine. This was really cool. Henare shining as well. Please give Henare at least a decent, build with a match, even if it's a tag match at one of the two Tokyo Dome shows. I would really like to see that. He deserves it. He has really improved. Yuya does get beat up a lot. Then Narita gets in. The vets are in. Everybody gets in. Everybody's just having a big old schmaz. Hit the move, getting out, and all this stuff. And Taguchi gets in, and with Michael Richards again, not that one from Seinfeld, and taps him out with the ankle lock. That was some good stuff. Good build and nice way to use the LA Dojo Young Lions and the New Japan Dojo Young Lions. And these guys, the Young Lions are also involved in the rest of the Young Lions Cup, which I have kept up on. I've seen some of the matches, and they actually have been pretty good, especially with the 15-minute time limit. So, Minoru Suzuki, Doki, the returning Doki, and Kanemaru versus Jushin Thunder Liger, Sho, and Yo of, Roppongi 3K, obviously. This is all about Suzuki and Liger battling because they're going to have this big clash either at King of Pro Wrestling or one of the Tokyo Dome shows. I'm thinking one of the Tokyo Dome shows. I don't know if they can build it for that long without the fans wanting to see them tear these guys apart. But New Japan does tend to not always hotshot things. Not always. Yoda's get beat up a bit. Of course, Suzuki earlier is just like going outside and burying people under barricades and everything. But the nice thing is Suzuki will help you clean that up afterwards. Suzuki and Liger tangles, unmasking attempts, and don't worry, I'll get to what happened in Kagoshima in a little bit. Sho gets in, Liger and Suzuki go back outside. 3K pins Doki. Welcome back, Doki. Take a pinfall again. It's like he never left the Best of Super Juniors. I think he won 1 or 2 matches in that whole tournament. But anyway, it is what it is. Suzuki-gun attacks afterwards. More mask removal attempts. Liger challenges Suzuki, come back and let's have a match. And Suzuki says, nope, it's going to be on my time. So then we get ELP, Taiji Ishimori, Kenta, Bad Luck Fale, and Yujiro Takahashi versus Robbie Eagles, Will Ospreay, Honma, Makabe, and Ibushi. Gee, I wonder who's going to take the pin. Honma. It's Honma that took the pin, in case you can't tell the sarcasm. I got nothing against Honma. I'm just saying, usually more often than not, he takes the pin. This is all about building up the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match that will take place in Kagoshima. And then also Kenta and Ibushi, they're going to have a match for Kenta's, or not Kenta, but Ibushi's briefcase, the title shot of Wrestle Kingdom. It was what it was. It was decent. Gino Gambino on commentary at one point even gets a chop in on Robbie Eagles. That's probably the most athletic thing that Gambino has done in a while. I kid. He's a decent commentator when he's not going over the top on the heel stuff. And I like some over the top heel commentators, but sometimes they take away from the action, and that's not a good thing to do. Robbie does get targeted. Makabe gets in. This is your typical 10-man tag where everybody got a little bit of a moment after one of the baby faces got tagged. Ibushi and Kenta, they got in, had a good scrap. Honma gets in, but eventually falls to GTS 1, 2, 3. Not too bad, honestly. And then, but it was a typical 10-man tag. You weren't going to get much out of this beyond a little bit of a build. And then Bushi, Shingo, and Sonata versus Okada, Rocky Romero, and Goto. And it's hype for Sonata and Okada, and then also Goto and Shingo. Rocky and Bushi, they got, a nice little scrap. They don't like each other really all that much. Paradise Lock on Okada. Future for King of Pro Wrestling? Possibly, but I don't think Okada's going to lose there. Sonata did get targeted for a bit. Everybody got in. Everybody ended up hitting their big moves. But in the end, Rocky Romero taps out to the skull end. Smart move. And then Goto and Shingo brawl afterwards. So good build between Chaos and LIJ. And I can't wait to see these matches happening respectively. So Shingo and Goto is going to happen on the 22nd in Kobe. That's going to be pretty fun. And then we'll see what happens with Okada and Sonata. Okada's winning. I would be very shocked if they gave the title to Sonata there. So then we get Jay White and Chase Owens versus Tetsuya Naito and Evil. It's all about building up Jay White and Naito, which that's taking place in the main event of Kobe for the in Kobe, by the way, not of Kobe, for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. And it was what it was. Evil starts, Naito gets in. Evil does get targeted for a while. They go outside. Of course, they have the typical thing, Bullet Club, LIJ trying to out-heal the other. And then Jay and Naito are out-healing the other. Chase gets in, and Destino ends up pinning Chase Owens for the 1-2-3. Once again, Chase Owens properly taking the pinfall, as he should. So, and, more stare down between Naito and Jay, so that was pretty cool. And then we get Ishii and Yoshihashi versus the Gorillas of Destiny IWGP Tag Team Championship. All the no-selling. I mean, they had some times where they sold stuff, but often it would be Tangaloa or Ishii or whoever would just be no-selling the stuff. It wasn't like they were being unprofessional. It's just after a while, I'm like, okay, if they don't make it seem like any of this stuff hurts after a while, I'm not going to believe it. There was no way that Ishii and Yoshihashi were going to win. It wasn't a bad match. Gorillas Destiny does dominate at first. Ishii gets beat up a bit. Yoshi gets in, actually has some pretty good moments. Ishii and Tangaloa, this is where the no-selling started with all the strikes. There was some good double teaming. The Chaos members do come back. Ishii and Yoshihashi representing Chaos. Bit of a botch on, one move a little bit later in the match. You'll know what I'm talking about. And headbutt by Tangaloa, splash by Tamatonga, 1-2, just a 2. Butterfly lock. Jado ends up getting caned at one point when he tries getting in. We get some near falls. Kenta runs down to distract, and then a roll up by Tamatonga pins Yoshihashi. But this isn't the last time that Chaos members will tangle with the Gorillas of Destiny. This wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't a great match. It got a little bit better at the end, but of course the dreaded roll up got everybody. Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr. Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship match. Rematch from Royal Quest where Tanahashi shockingly beat Sabre Jr. The match was good, but I'm kind of overseeing these guys now. As good as matches that they have, they need to end this right here. There's good groundwork to start, a lot of knee focus, typical submission trading. Really good stuff from Tanahashi. He showed that he's gotten smarter as a wrestler. Not that he was ever dumb, but I'm just saying he using groundwork, not as much high flying. Sabre Jr. attacks Yuya because he is taken after Suzuki. Tana does actually dominate for a while, and then we get vicious arm and heel hooks and stuff like that. Just working on all that the Sabre Jr. does. Dragon screw by Tana, very vicious dragon screw. Leg lock in the ropes by Zack. He kept focusing on all that. And sling blade, a reverse variety, odd cloverleaf variation, 3 twists and shouts. But he just got 2, actually, because he tried for the third one. Zack driver, there was more of a strike exchange, and then the octopus, pin that he got, 1, 2, 3. Zack Sabre Jr., new British heavyweight champion. I don't know why they bothered doing the title change if they were just going to switch it back after 2 weeks. I mean, granted, Sabre Jr. did have it for a while, maybe to get a crowd pop because Tana is popular, but it's a little bit weird they already switched it back. But it is what it is. I will say B for the show in Beppu. Only watch maybe from the 4th match on. I mean, you could pick and choose your matches on here. And now we get to Destruction and Kagoshima, which had its moments. I would say it was on par with the Beppu show. Once again, commentary by Kevin Kelly and Gino Gambino. Clark Connors versus Yuya Uemura, Young Lions Cup match. good stuff, good wrestling, some good chops. Very nice Boston Crab work. And we get a Boston Crab that taps out Connor, so Yuya gets his first win of the Young Lions Cup. Michael Richards, once again, not that one, versus Ren Narita, and really good stuff. Richards dominated most of this, but in the end, that big old beautiful high gable grip with the bridge 1, 2, 3, and Ren Narita gets the victory. This was good shit. I love that. I mean, it was a quick match, but I love that freaking move by Narita. He did some really good stuff. And then we get Alex Coughlin, Toa Henare, Nakanishi, and Carl Fredericks versus Yuji Nagata, Taguchi, Shota, and Yota. Pretty much a mix of like the same, almost the same match that we saw before, in Beppu, just with a couple different guys that weren't in the New Japan, or weren't in the Young Lions Cup matches this time. I can talk. Hi. Sorry, I'm running out very little sleep. Good mix of vets and youth, though. I really, once again, want Henare to get a chance to be in a big match, even if it's him teaming with Makabe for the tag titles or something like that. Just something. Henare has more than earned it, especially after coming back from that, very scary injury, very scary Achilles injury. Achilles injuries. Hi, I know how to talk. So anyway, give me a Yota versus Henare best of 7 series in the future. I would like to see that. Taguchi gets with the hip attacks. Nagata and Nakanishi battling those two veterans. Nagata, who wrestled all the way back in the WCW days. In the WCW Nitro days. That's how long his career has been going. That's impressive. Same with Meiko Satomura. She actually competed on Nitro. Anyway, enough of that. Toa bottom, which sounds a little wrong, but actually, no, I'm just kidding. It actually was fine. Toa Henare with a rock bottom variation. 1, 2, 3 pins Yota. So good match for what it was. And a good showcase of some young talents mixing in with the vets. Then Tomohiro Ishii, Yoshihashi, Sho and Yo versus Gorillas of Destiny, Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, Jado there also. Okay, so what's going to happen? Are Ishii and Yoshihashi going to get revenge after basically being cheated out of the titles after Kenta interfered? Well, they jump the bell, it goes outside, Sho gets targeted for a bit, and then Chaos comes back. Everybody gets in, has a match and this kind of stuff. And the shocking thing was Yo got a roll-up inside cradle, 1, 2, 3 pins Tama Tonga. Match of King of Pro Wrestling is where we're probably going to get this. If Roppongi 3K managed to beat the Gorillas of Destiny, I will be absolutely shocked. I won't complain. I will just be shocked. They need more depth in their tag team division. And at some point, they're going to have to do something to vary this up. So, hey, Roppongi 3K against Gorillas of Destiny, gain a shot actually, and maybe making it more competitive than the match in Dallas. I would be all for that. So, and then, of course, there was a beatdown afterwards. Gorillas of Destiny get their heat back. And then we get Suzuki, Kanemaru, Zack Sabre Jr., and Doki versus Jushin Thunder Liger, Tanahashi, Makabe, and Honma. And a jump before the bell, shocking that the Suzuki-gun jumped the bell. Honma with a quick Kokeshi, but then he gets beat up a bit. Sabre Jr. and Tanahashi tangling once again. Of course, outside chairs, barricades, all that stuff. Suzuki and Liger continuing to battle. Doki getting the length of his pipe out and bashing Tanahashi with it. That sounded a lot less dirty in my head. And then we get Doki and Liger. We get Suzuki in there. He hits the ref with a chair, causes a DQ, and unmasked Liger. And Liger's pissed. He gets, every dojo member, second there, LA and New Japan cover their, use their shirts to cover Liger's identity. And then he cuts a promo while shirts are all over his face saying, "I'm coming after you, Suzuki." So I like that. That was pretty good stuff. Again, unless it's happening in the King of Pro Wrestling, which was already looking like a stacked card, maybe they are going to have it on one of the Tokyo Dome shows, and it would be the way for Liger to leave. I would like it if he put over somebody younger, and nothing against Suzuki. But hey, it would be a hell of a way to go out. It'd be the ultimate way for Liger to go out and do commentary or whatever he wants to do. Then we get Bushi, Shingo, and Sonata versus Goto, Okada, and Rocky. It's the same match that we saw the night before, except this time Bushi gets pinned with a Rainmaker. The match, the stuff wasn't bad. Of course, there was this funny moment where Sonata got the Paradise Lock on Rocky, and that was kind of funny. That was actually pretty goddamn hilarious. Was what it was. But yeah, in the end, Rainmaker from Okada. Same match you've seen before, with a couple different variations. These guys can always vary up stuff, but these are very formulaic things, formulaic matches. And then Naito and Evil versus Chase Owens and Jay White and Yujiro Takahashi, because Chase was on earlier, because I can write things really well. More hype for Naito and Jay. Evil and White tangling. That sounds actually kind of wrong the way I wrote that. Everybody gets in. Yujiro does end up getting tagged. There's a couple close near falls. Evil ends up pinning Yujiro for the 1, 2, 3. I'm kind of blitzing through some of these tag matches because they're what they are and they're formulaic. They're not bad. And then White takes down Naito when Naito tries to fist bump thing, knowing, to joke with Jay White, knowing that Jay White's probably going to low blow him. Naito doesn't exactly seem like the smartest right there, and even though Naito's pretty intelligent. But anyway, match is what it is, and we'll see what happens with Naito and Jay White. It's going to be interesting to see if Jay White manages to get the Intercontinental title, since I don't know where that's going to leave Naito at that point. And then we get Robbie Eagles and Will Ospreay, the Birds of Prey versus ELP and Taiji Ishimori, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Go out of your way to watch this match. This was really good. It really did pick up a lot later, even though it was a pretty good pace throughout. Dueling dives by the Birds of Prey, Bullet Club takeover, Eagles got targeted and grounded some. Really good double teaming by both these teams, but especially Ishimori and ELP, who were doing some terrific double teaming and just some great groundwork, mixing with high flying. ELP's much more of a ground-based guy, even though he can take to the air. I mean, obviously he's a headbanger, he can do that stuff, but he just is so good at doing the heel stuff that he doesn't need to do the high flying, but reminded, oh yeah, the guy's super fucking agile. Dueling cross dives, it was almost like a cross slash thing like Omega and Ibushi did. Poison Rana on Eagles. Please stop with the Poison Ranas, for the love of God. Ron Miller special leg lock on Ishimori. Almost seemed like Robbie Eagles is going to get the victory. Alas, nope. ELP throws Ospreay into him, and then we get ELP and Eagles doing some good stuff. ELP diving outside on the Ospreay. This beautiful fucking moonsault over the freaking barricade, right into a chair. Good God. That was good shit. That was really good shit. This was terrific, especially that closing few minutes. That was really good stuff. Belt usage ends up just for 2. And then we get a Bloody Cross and CR2 for 3. I really thought that maybe Eagles and Will Ospreay were going to get the victory, but I think what they still need to do first, they can eventually beat them for the titles, but you need to get the title off of Ospreay first, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, the singular championship. So we'll see. And now we get to Kenta versus Ibushi. It's for Ibushi's Wrestle Kingdom 14 shot, and I'm sorry, the match was what it was. I didn't expect much. And I like Ibushi. Kenta is still serviceable. He's not that good anymore. This heel turn has worked wonders for him. But I'm sorry, this just didn't work. There were major boos for Kenta, and then he beat Ibushi down, with the briefcase and that kind of stuff, and doing a whole bunch of stuff where he's just, he beat him down basically and caused head trauma where, oh God, Ibushi might not be able to continue. Kind of like stuff they did with Naito and Taichi for the Intercontinental title. It was what it was. It's just Ibushi does come back after a while, but Kenta does a lot of slow groundwork, which is good. I don't want him to hurt himself. But Ibushi dives outside. He ended up hitting his knee right into Kenta's head. That looked deadly. We get a strike exchange with some kicks. Some nice ankle focus by Kenta. Things do pick up later. Ibushi goes knee first into the announcer's table in a really awkward spot that they did not plan through very well, or they thought sounded better in their head. More leg submissions, a ref bump, or Kenta's holding the ref, and all of a sudden Gorillas of Destiny come down. Yay, constant interference, my goddamn fair. And I love the Gorillas of Destiny, but the interference thing, I get it. It's Bullet Club, but it just, whatever. Yoshihashi and Ishii come down to even the odds. Super vertical drop brainbuster off the top onto Tangaloa. And then Kamigoye by Kenta for 2. And then a Kamigoye from Ibushi for 2, and another one for 3. So thank fucking Christ Ibushi kept his title shot. I know it sounds like I was very down on the main event, but really the card itself was really not that bad. So B for both of these shows. Honestly, if I forget to put a poll anywhere up here, please let me know what you think. But yes, thank God Ibushi won. And if anything happened in the post-match comments that Ibushi made, I apologize, but I cut this review right after the 3 count. So anyway, folks, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I am John Rethlin. I got to get to work. I'll see you soon.